The concern that I hold, and that many, in fact almost all pilots that fly in and out of Queenstown hold, is flying in conditions where aircraft are prone to icing, which leads to a very big build-up of mass, weight on the aircraft, which causes handling problems and landing problems, and can ultimately end in an aircraft going down.
Can you tell me what happened in your understanding about 9 years ago? What was the sequence of events?
There was an aircraft landing from the east coming over the Shotover River. It had been flying in very heavily icing conditions. It was carrying well in excess of its maximum landing load with ice added. That aircraft was flying just above stall speed, and as the pilot backed off the throttles when he was about 20 feet above the tarmac, that aircraft dropped to the tarmac like a stone.
And you're saying in other circumstances this could have resulted in a serious fatal accident? Absolutely.
If that aircraft had been carrying a little more mass or had been flying a few knots slower, it would almost certainly have ended up in a major fatality.
With the change in aircraft design, is this problem going to get better or worse?
I suspect that it's probably going to get worse. You know, we have A320s coming in now. There's an A320 Neo, which is the new engine option. It has a higher landing weight, about 1.5 tonne heavier than a standard A320. There's also an A321, which has a very significantly higher landing weight. I think 13 tonne more than an A320. And the A321 is essentially a long body version of an A320 with identical wings. So if it's coming in with 13 tonnes of extra mass on board and it's been iced up, you know, I think you can probably speculate about what's likely to happen.
Just like your information, we also have had reports from pilots recently of increased safety incidents. Do you think commercial concerns are overriding safety concerns here?
It's difficult to say. I suspect that the airlines won't want to be flying that close to the margin, but if we go ahead with the proposed noise boundary increase, that will necessitate a lot more flights into Queenstown, and the only way that can be achieved is to fly later at night and earlier in the morning. And the times that aircraft are most prone to icing is in the evening when the sun's well over the horizon and the atmosphere is much colder.